it's Shelf from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part of the hashtag Team Tiny Autumn Hop 2021 and we're going to be making this full panel shaker card using tulle and layering stencils to create a background. So to start off, we're going to work on the background first, and I am using some Create and Inkspire layering stencils. I used 3 colors of Distress Oxide, Fossilized Amber, Ripe Persimmon, and Crackling Campfire. Unfortunately, I put a little bit too much of the darker colors down and the yellow gets a little bit washed out, but I'll show you how I add that back in a little bit. So while you're watching me ink blend, I wanted to talk to you about Team Tiny. It is a collection of creators who have less than 1,000 subscribers on their channel. We do monthly hops, sometimes twice a month, usually once a month. You can participate in one of the 2. And we are growing our channels and providing content and inspiration to you guys. And we really appreciate you hopping along with us because we are tinier channels. You're not going to see commercials or ads or anything on our videos. So can't wait to see what everyone makes. This month is a autumn hop. And if you click on the hashtag in the video description, or if you click on it in the more information section, you'll find everybody's videos who are participating in this hop. So thank you guys for hopping along with us. It really means a lot. So I'm going to go back to the card now, and you see I'm just blending those colors together. This did take a little while going back over and blending everything. And you can see that there's not much yellow in the card. It really is orangey and red, but I definitely wanted to pull that yellow in. So now I'm going in with some Barn Door Distress Oxide with the second layering piece, and this has stems and little dots on it, so it gives a little bit of texture to it. I just wanted to make sure that I was actually getting it through because it just looked like I was putting ink on top of the stencil. It didn't look like anything was going through from my vantage point. I'm just covering the whole entire stencil with this Barn Door Distress Oxide to add the veining and the leaves and veining and the stems onto the leaves, as well as you can see all those little red dots. And it really makes a difference once you put that on. So now I wanted to add a little bit more of that fossilized amber in since it got taken away. So I'm just going around the edges and inking them up. I thought about bringing the yellow a little bit more into the center, but I decided against that. Now at this point, I thought that I was going to put the big leaf on here. This is from a Concord and 9th set and I've never used it. And I was like, oh, that would be perfect, except it was covering up almost the whole thing. So then I tried a sentiment. Didn't really like that. I found this stamp set from Concord and 9th. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to use, but none of it really went with the leaves, so I was completely conflicted. And then I pulled out a Hero Arts stamp set, and I thought that the scarecrow sitting on the stump, that would be really cute at the bottom, in the bottom right-hand corner, because then you could see a lot of the panel. I stamped it out and I did not like it. I tried a sentiment again on here. I was trying all kinds of things and I couldn't figure out what to do. I didn't really want to do another shaker card because I've done a lot of these tulle ones, but I really wanted to focus on using layering background stamps. That was the technique that I decided, because when I make my cards, I generally try to find a technique or something that I'm working on or that I really like doing, but I try not to do too many of them, and I feel like I've been doing a lot of the tulle shaker cards lately. So you're just going to see me put together the shaker card like you've probably seen in the past if you've seen any of my videos in the past month or so. So I am putting down a piece of white tulle, trimming off some of the excess and folding it over so that I'm creating a pocket. We can get ready to put the sparkle blends in there. Most of the embellishments that I put in here, the little shaker pieces, are from Doodles Paper Playground. This is a very popular, this is Leaf Peeking or Peeping. Let me see if I have it on my desk. It is the fall one, so it's Leaf something. If I remember, I will put the description in the more information section. But this one had some really, really cute pieces in it, and it had a lot of the colors that we were using. So I did use a good portion of this, and probably a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. I am pretty stingy with my blends. I like to kind of create my own to go with the card that I'm doing, and I try not to do too many from one, but this blend was just so good and worked so perfectly with it. So you can see there are yellows and oranges and reds in there, as well as little leaf images. So I'm just going through and picking out the pieces I like. I know some people will design their cards around the sparkle blends or whatever they're using, but I design my cards and then I find the sparkle blends to go in there. Now, these are just some very old gemstones that I've had for a long time, but they are an amber color, so I decided to put them in there. And then I am using candy corn to add a little bit more of that orange and yellow to the mix. And then I decided to go back in with a little bit more red from some of the other blends that I had, because I thought that it was very heavy on the yellow and orange between the leaf peeping and then especially the candy corn set. So you'll see here that I'm going back in and adding some of the, I believe it's the red ones in there, red and gold. So this is how I mix my own sparkle blends. I love the blends that Amber does. I just really, really like making my own from what she makes. I generally make my own after that. So just adding stuff in there. This one I believe was Amber's birthday mix, because that has a little bit of the red. It had red and gold in there, so I decided to just add those. I will dump them into the pouch that I've created in the shaker card, and I actually am going to go in and add a couple more off camera, and then I am going to seal it up so that none of the shaker pieces fall out. And you see I cut my tool a little bit too close, so I actually had to pick it up and pull it a little bit tighter. So the card actually bends a little bit, but I fixed that when we put it onto the card base. So because there is tulle on the back of the panel, I normally put my adhesive on the card base and then put it together and make sure everything shakes. I love the way that it turned out. We are going to be using some MFT Wild Cherry ink to ink up the sentiment Fall Greetings. It was the one that you saw me put on the front earlier, and that is from Hero Arts. So that's the card for today. Pretty quick and simple. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, like and comment, and hop along with us, and I will see you guys real soon for another video.